And then when I went to answer the door, Mike, the last person I expected it to be was Logan.
I thought that campaign swing was supposed to keep Logan upstate for the next few days.
He canceled it, Mike.
I wonder if that was wise. Getting out and meeting the voters is important, and changing his plans like that could have an adverse effect.
He said his campaign manager was going to take over for him. Boy, Mike, I've never seen Logan look so bad. Something was bothering him. He tried to keep it inside, but there was something really on his mind.
But he didn't tell you what it was.
We didn't have a chance. Well, he said he wanted to get Jamey bundled up and get the hell out of there. But then Raven barged in.
Sounds like those two just had a quarrel.
No, Mike. It was a war. And they were fighting over Jamey. Raven said that Logan had no legal right to him, that she wasn't going to let him take him.
A tug of war over a child is bad news, Logan. It's always the child who suffers most in that kind of situation.
God, Mike, I hate to see parents carry on that way.
So what happened?
Logan left. I mean, he had no choice, Mike. And then picture this. Raven running through my house, screaming after Logan that she wasn't going to sign the adoption papers. What a sight.
Where is Jamey now?
He's with April. Raven didn't want him. It's typical, isn't it? I mean, Raven doesn't want the kid, and she'll do anything she can to prevent Logan from getting him.
Draper, do you think Raven really meant what she said about the consent agreement? Because if she did, that could stop this proceeding cold.
Well, I don't know, Mike. I mean, I don't know enough about the case yet.
Well, I know one thing. Just being man and wife isn't enough to give Logan a claim to the child. The only legal claim is Raven's.
So the only legal way for Logan to get custody is to prove that, well, Raven's an unfit mother.
Well, that type of charge pertains to a custody suit, and it would be very difficult to prove. The law is very reluctant to take a child away from its natural mother.
Natural? Well, so you agree, then, that the natural parent deserves to have legal custody of a child?
Of course.
Look, Mike, I've got to tell you something. But please, try to remember that this is in the strictest confidence between us. It's going to make Logan's position in this case very clear.
What is it?
Mike, Logan is Jamey's natural father.
What? But Raven was married to Kevin.
She and Logan were having an affair at the time.
Charming. Just charming. But how can Logan be sure the child is his?
Kevin was sterile, Mike. There's no way the baby could have been his.
Oh, my God, that is quite a revelation.
So what Logan wants now is legal recognition of the truth. Now, what if we could prove in a court of law that Logan is the natural father?
Well, I suppose he might be granted the rights he's seeking, but not necessarily. And with the election coming up, do you think Logan would really want to go that far?
I don't know, Mike. But I do know this. Logan loves that kid. Loves him more than anything in the world.
Yes.
Anna said it was all right to come in.
Oh, sure.
Nancy, how are you?
Hello, Draper.
It's been a long time.
It has been. Darling? Mr. Karr, if you look at your calendar, you'll see that you have a luncheon engagement with Mrs. Karr. It's lunchtime.
So it is. Draper, would you like to join us?
No, I don't think so, Mike. I'm going to go back to my office and do some work on that case you and I were talking about. Nancy, I'll talk to you later.
No, Draper doesn't look well at all.
He is feeling a bit down.
That New York job's still on his mind?
Well, I think not getting that job is still a bitter pill for him to swallow, but he's not moping around feeling sorry for himself right now. He's worried about a friend.
Well, I'm worried about him.
Still thinking about our conversation with Philip Seward?
Oh, honey, if he ever finds out why that firm withdrew their offer...
I don't think he'd like to hear Seward's theory.
Oh, he certainly would not. He wouldn't be depressed. He'd be hopping mad, and I wouldn't blame him.
I'm afraid that's true.
When he found out that Margot had put up so much money in the purchase of his house, he was angry enough. If he ever finds out that she prevented him from getting this job...
I'll tell you one thing. I wouldn't want to be within a country mile of Draper if he finds out.
Do you think Mr. Seward might ever tell him?
No, I doubt it. I think that's why he came to us, to see if we could explain this odd behavior. I don't think it'll go any farther than that. And if Draper does find out what happened, it's not going to be from us.